Today, we're going to be taking on the Mandela effect, but this time with NBA logos specifically. Just because of the fact that this one doesn't look very clean overall, I'm going to guess it's this one. The only reason I don't think it's this is mainly because any graphic designer that's putting this orange color on the foreground as well as in the background, I think they should get fired. Again, kind of the same logic before. I like the contrast that this yellow brings out right here, although this feels a little more natural just to have it as a normal foreground. Ooh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, looks like we have two different strats in our bag. Combined together, undefeatable. The Lakers. I'm not seeing a difference yet. Oh, there's just more of these side tick things. All right, looks like we're gonna have to implement strat number 2.
2 seconds.
Dude, it wasn't a ruler. This looks the most off to me. This right here, it just feels so foreign, so we're gonna go with this one. Ooh, our biggest foe, old NBA logos. This is going to be one we have to purely look at from a design standpoint. Maybe it's just yelling out to you right now, but I don't see it. Oh, it's a line in the sword. Okay, well, the line in the sword kind of adds sheen, makes it seem a little more fierce, so I'm going to go with that one. Don't know how a spur connects, but I would assume if it connects with like a bolt or anything similar to that, a rivet, then maybe this would be applicable. The only obvious difference I see is the tips on the horns are different colors, unless like the portrayal is that the horns on this bull are bloody from just being such a badass and just challenging any potential competition. But my gut says this. Dude, never trust your gut, kids. Okay, the Houston Rocket one, it looks pretty much identical other than this ring. Why even implement the weird halo thing if this is just going to be right in front of it? I think it makes sense to have this kind of portraying a motion, not emotion, but a motion, as in like a twirling motion, like a rocket when it's going up. I don't know if a rocket actually spirals, but let's go with that. It makes the most sense. Nice. I'm not noticing a major difference on this one either. Oh, he's just smoking a pipe versus not smoking a pipe. I think it would be cooler if he smoked, so I'm gonna go with that one, although it makes sense if they did go with this one because it's more family friendly. Cross our fingers. Okay, he's a fat reefer. Well, this one's fairly obvious. I know that the 76ers team is based around... I lied. I have no idea what the 76ers are actually based around, but I do know that it does indeed have these stars. My gut tells me that this looks better, and if you were presented with both of these options during like a design committee meeting or some this would be the one that ends up getting selected, but I really feel like their jerseys are gray and black, so we're going with this one. Dude, this one clearly made the most sense. I don't know why I second guessed myself. It very well could be this one, but it looks a little more corny, but I feel like I remember actual flames coming out of the Miami Heat logo, so this is difficult. Dude, we're going with this one. Oh boy. The Detroit Pistons, all I could really think of is the fact that they just look like a bullseye. I'm not seeing a major difference right off the buck. Oh, it's the amount of points in the horn. Well, I would imagine you just want the most fierce looking buck, and that's usually determined by how many points on their horn there are, so... Jesus Christ! The Pelicans have always had a very interesting logo. This one just feels the most fleshed out. This one feels kind of blanked. Yup. Well, being located in Portland, I should have this one in the bag, right? But frequently, this logo gets flipped upside down, and I hardly notice the difference. I've made that mistake enough times to know that I'm still wrong. I think it's a good time to move on to the Atlanta Hawks. I know for a fact that they're not an AAU club, so... Dude? First difference I see is a missing claw. I don't really know how many claws a raptor's supposed to have, but... I'm assuming it's 4. Dude, currently, I'm on pace to be paced. What does that even mean? This one just doesn't feel right, so... Maybe this test just wasn't built for me. I know that they're symbolizing a flag here, although the star amount doesn't seem correct on either, so that's not going to be good logic. This looks a little better. Dude. All right, if they opted to throw stars on the Dallas Mavericks logo instead of just putting Dallas and then Mavericks, I'm going to be quite upset. Oh, thank God. They just completely removed his snoot on this one, so we're gonna have to boop this snoot. Yeah, that's obviously correct. Luckily, they throw you a few easy ones, so you don't feel like an absolute worthless piece of shit. Not that you should anyway. Stop taking things to heart. They both are depicting mountain ranges here, although that looks a little cooler. I feel like Sacramento certainly gets snow, so yeah. And we got it right. The only difference that I see is they added a few more points. In my opinion, this looks a little better, a little more like a sun, so let's try it. I knew it. You knew it. We nailed it. So we have a Hornet that's got blue balls, and we've got a Hornet with full balls. I think blue balls is our answer here. Yeah, dude. 3 stars on the logo doesn't look quite as magical as just a slew of stars, so I'm gonna go with the massive stars. They didn't want to overdo the magic, apparently. I've always thoroughly enjoyed the music note as a depiction of a J. A music basketball note, that's incredible. Would have been perfect for my brand. Although we're not here for my brand, today we're here to depict which one is a fake and which one's a real. And in this case, I think it's this one. This logo is not very fresh in memory. One more tree feels kind of squeezed in there, so we're gonna go with this one. Nice. Last but not least, looks like the only difference is in the mountain cap, although I don't know if this would be a more traditional style to do the mountain cap with little shark teeth like this. I think it makes a little more sense just to have a few jagged points. That's what you see the most often on logos. This is the last one. I'm choosing it. And we nailed it. I got 19 out of 30 correct. That is pretty trash. I scored better than 18% of all other quiz takers. Well, apparently I'm not good at that. Deuces.
Don't mind me, I'm not taking this serious. I'm just trying to have fun while I'm living experience. Just trying to find a point like I'm missing a period. Haters carry germs, but I'm antibacterial.